Go.
So GLP-1, you've seen me mention this mind-body system on social media since October when it launched in the USA, and you probably have seen several of these beautiful blue outfit photos on my social media over time. This exact human being is standing next to me right now.
Hello.
This is Marcie Nettles. She's flown in from the USA to do some pre-launch assistance with our company. We had 4 days together in Brisbane.
Amazing.
It was absolutely amazing. There were laughter, tears, and all sorts of incredible inspirational stories, as well as amazing education on what this mind-body product can do for us. So much more than weight loss, but weight loss is the most incredible side effect that many people have experienced, including the lovely Marcie. So I'm going to let you hear her story in person. Thank you, Marcie.
Thank
so
you.
Grateful.
You know, it's been so exciting being here in Australia. It's the first time my husband and I have been able to be here, and just being with everybody has just been such a blessing. Being able to share what is possible, because I am so much like so many other people that I had struggles with weight from the time I was, a teenager. I never knew that I had a waist. I always thought I was a trunk, right? But what I found when I started this system is that, first of all, it's the most simple thing that I've added into our lifestyle. Not to mention it's saved us a lot of money, because I only go to the grocery store half the time. And so we actually save enough money on food to be able to pay for these systems. That's for my husband and myself. So that's a huge deal right there, especially because this does something that no other plan out there can do for you. It turns your body back on to make something called your GLP-1 hormone, and that affects you from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. And when I'm saying that, it is a total brain-gut connector. And why that's important is because many of us are not very nice to ourselves when we don't feel good about ourselves. When we look in the mirror and our confidence plummets, because that was my experience. My experience was I used to talk so negatively to myself. It's like I would look in the mirror after spending 90 minutes getting ready, right? Because all of us girls, we feel like we have to do so much before we can go out and be presentable. But I would look in the mirror after spending all this time, and I would look at all the angles. I would look at everything, and I would be telling myself, I can't believe you're gonna go out looking like that. Do you see that back fat? I see that back fat, and everybody's gonna see that back fat. And this is something that was so emotional to me. And I know that so many of you that are hearing this right now, you're probably saying, oh my gosh, me too. I've had that same exact experience. As a matter of fact, I'm getting teary right now, because it has been such a huge part of my life, and I know in my heart that it's been part of yours too. And so what I want to share with you is that just on day 2, and this is not going to be everybody's journey. This is not, your story won't be the same as mine, because I've abused my body in different ways than you've abused yours. And that's exactly what we've done throughout our lives. And when we abuse our bodies, whether it's through diets or whether it's through food that we eat that has ingredients that we can't even pronounce the ingredients, or our stress levels, whatever it is, it creates damage inside of our gut specifically that then disconnects this gut and the brain connection, and that's when all kinds of things start going wrong. And that's when we get so addicted to food, addicted to sugar, and we have all these problems. Just when we see food, we want to eat every single bit of it. Well, for me, on day 2, I looked in the mirror when I was shaking up the powders, the Enhance, and I looked at myself, and my brain said, you're looking thinner already. And you were probably saying, oh my, you're so full of crap, Marcie, right now, right? But no, actually, I'm not full of crap. We can talk about that here in just a minute too. But it was amazing, because what had happened was that my mind was starting to get back connected to my gut, and I was able to finally start feeling like I was more in control. And on top of that, my body started to feel safe. It was starting to get to a balance, to where it felt like it could release things that it had been holding on to before, whether that was water weight, whether that was inflammation. So when I say that my brain was telling me that you're looking thinner already, in actuality, I was, because when I got home the next day and I measured myself, I had lost an inch or an inch and a half off of my waist. Now, no, that was not fat. that was that water, that was that inflammation, but those were things that my body wouldn't release. And then I have to talk about it. I know a lot of people
poop.
I know, pooping is life, just so you know. If you're not pooping regularly, then that means you got a lot of toxicity inside of your body, and that bleeds out into everything, and it will affect everything in your life. Well, normally when we go on travels, when we go on trips, it's like I have this reaction, and I just know that I'm gonna be miserable because I'm not gonna be able to eliminate the way my body needs to, whether it's because of the stress, whether it's the change in my regular schedule, whether it's a change in the food we're eating, a change in our sleeping patterns, a change in our hydration, a change in our ability to get enough movement, whatever it is, I would be basically constipated the whole trip. Well, we have now been in Australia this is our 8th day. And I have never been so regular in my life. I feel wonderful. It's fantastic. But guys, the reason why that's important, the reason why is because that means that my gut is healing. That means that I'm digesting my food. That means that I'm able to absorb the nutrients that my body needs to thrive, and I'm able to get rid of what my body doesn't need appropriately. And then we all feel better. You're not, bloated. You're not, feeling just really uncomfortable. It's been fantastic. This has just been one of the most wonderful things. But these pictures here, this was only 45 days. And one of the things I want to share with you about the 45 days.
Incredible.
Yeah, right? Well, and I mean, just look how the shorts are hanging differently. Look at my fingers, right? But look at how my shirt is hanging differently. I mean, just all of it. It's all hanging differently because it's not being restricted because of fat and inflammation, right? Exactly. In all of the areas, even you can see in my knees, which is fantastic. But when you're looking at that, I want you to know that I also did before and after blood work. My husband and I both did that. And when we got our before blood work done, I didn't even know I had high cholesterol. I didn't even know that I was borderline diabetic. I didn't know these things because I didn't feel it, right? I wasn't feeling it. But then after 45 days, when we compared the blood work, my cholesterol had gone down 31 points. My cortisol level, which this is really important, it went down 5 points. Did you know that if you have high cortisol, you will not be able to lose weight, no matter what you do, even with the mind-body system, you will not be able to lose weight. Cortisol is very stingy. It's a pack rat when it comes to your fat, because that's like its comfort. It's its blanket, security blanket almost, right? And so if you're high stress, you're not gonna be able to lose weight. So you've really got to work on your lifestyle, work on your mindfulness, get your stress down as much as you possibly can. Spending time just out in nature. I mean, we've had so much opportunity here in Australia, and it's like, I am feeling so good. I know my husband's feeling great too. But it is really important for you to make sure that your cortisol levels are under control, because if you try this system, it will work for you, but you've got to work for it too, and that means you've got to make sure that you're taking every avenue you can to get your cortisol down. My A1C went down 0.3 points, took me back to the normal level, as well as my insulin went going down 4.8 points, and my glucose went down 8 points. So if any of you have been looking at your blood work and you've been told that you either have to start on some medication or you are already, natural avenues are available to help you get connected again and let your body start working the way that it's supposed to. And it all starts by helping you get activated and doing all kinds of awesomeness inside your body. So I know I've just been rambling on, but it's a really exciting thing that we found that's working for so many people around the world now.
It really is exciting, and you've touched on so many amazing points that are just much more than weight loss, insulin resistance, and even if you haven't done your blood work, maybe you don't even know that you're at those points, like Marcie said for herself as well. Let me just say this: if you are not feeling in your best self, it can be anything from not enough sleep, not enough pooping, feeling back fat, uncomfortable, brain fog,
dehydration,
there's so many things you can do for yourself to check if you could, by any chance, improve yourself with the products that we talk about, which is activating the cellular pathways in your body to upregulate all the hormones and genes that want to do the right work, and downregulate and release the ones that are actually harvesting chaos in your body.
Yes.
You do not have to feel the way that you're feeling today if it's less than perfect. So I hope you've enjoyed what we have shared. Please feel free to share this video with everybody you know and let them contact anyone who shared it with them so that we could help the world become a healthier, happier place.
Yes, can I say one last thing?
Absolutely.
Who or what has been waiting for you to let your true self out? I shared a story from stage this weekend about the dress that I was wearing. I absolutely love this dress. I bought it like 8 years ago. And I found it hidden in the back of the closet because I had not been able to wear it. I couldn't put it on and I couldn't feel good in it. And so when we had 13 days notice that we were coming to Australia, I was going digging to find something to try. And so I decided when I saw it, let's give it a go. Let's try it on. And when I did, I felt so good. I was finally me in that dress. And it was finally getting its chance to come out of the closet. So I ask you, who or what is waiting for your true self to be let out so that you can live the life that you wanted and those around you can have the thriving you that they've been looking for too. So guys, give it a go. You don't know what it can do for you.